What's up, y'all? Welcome to a new episode of Transcending The Culture. I am James. Kind of here solo right now. My co-host, they should be popping in any minute, but I wanted to go ahead and get things kicked off. We got an amazing show in store for you guys today. Really happy to have our guest on, who I'm going to have on tonight. And I will tell you a little bit more about him in just a moment. I just kind of want to go over a couple things. Cat Queen is definitely going to be popping in shortly. She'll be with us obviously through the duration of the show, and then she's going to hit you guys with some trending topics, and we'll talk about some other things that are going on. We had a lot happening this past weekend, so we did a family reunion that we're going to talk about, and just some other things that are going to be coming up in the near future. But I wanted to talk about a few new platforms that are going to be launching here with UG Digital Podcasting and Radio. Obviously, the radio station is going to be going live September. I have not pinpointed the exact date in September, but we are going to be going live in September. With that new station is going to be the launch of UGD Live and the Entertainment Plug, which we have not done for a few weeks. We are going to be moving that actually over to UG Digital Radio. So that's some things that are definitely coming up. But I wanted to talk about some new platforms that we're going to have. Actually, this Sunday, I'm launching a new platform called The Black Print. Something that I have been working on for quite some time. Many people know, a lot of people don't know, but I have been writing, I'll say, my first book, because now I have so many different ideas on books that I want to write and things that I want to present to everybody. But I'm working on my first book. I've been working on this for quite some time. And after shuffling through a few different titles, I finally settled on The Black Print. So with that new book, I'm really going to just be talking a lot about kind of like the arrival at my happy place. So, just kind of going through my whole journey, kind of the ups, the downs, and kind of how I got to where I am now. But there's going to be a lot with that book. And with this new platform, with this new podcast that I'm launching, it really is going to talk definitely about that book. But then we're also going to look a little deeper into kind of the ins and outs, the ups and downs of me running UG Digital Media and Publishing. So, obviously we started we started as a blog, transitioned to a magazine. And then from there, we added podcasting, we added radio, we added PR, and there's so many other different things that I have my hands in. But this is going to really look at that. And then I also have guests, kind of industry guests, I want to say. So different people who I work with, people who I may have interviewed. So that may be celebrities, it may be managers, it may be artists, publicists, that sort of thing. But we're going to talk a lot about really this industry, what it takes to, obviously run your business. Again, the ups and the downs, working with different people, offering different resources and tips, just a whole lot of things. So I've been looking at putting this platform out really for quite some time. And it seems like every week I say I'm going to launch it and I push it back another week or another 2 weeks. So we're actually going to launch that this Sunday, and it'll actually fall into the lineup on Sunday. So many of you guys watch Open Letters to a Survivor, which airs at 7 p.m. on Sunday. So now this new platform, the Black Print, is going to be airing at 8 p.m. So that's something that's coming. The bucket list, that's something that I've been working on for quite some time as well. Really just an opportunity for me to, I'll say it may be reconnecting, or it may just be connecting for the first time with people who I feel have been influential in my journey in this business. again, some of those may be celebrities and maybe other entrepreneurs, again, managers, publicists, primarily people who I have not talked to, people who I have not had the opportunity to interview. So, ultimately, that's why I'm calling it the bucket list, because it's people who I feel like I've always wanted to connect with. So again, that will be some celebrities. I do have some people lined up already and people that I've been working on. So that's the bucket list. I don't have a date for that as of yet. Again, the Black Print is going to be coming this Sunday. The Generation Gap, that's kind of been in the can. That's a podcast that I'm doing with my son, and we're going to be looking at a lot of today's music, a lot of today's culture, some of the stuff from the past as well, and we'll really be kind of taking a dive at it. From my perspective, kind of being, I guess, the quote unquote old guy, and the person of the past, and then him who is really, he's really immersed in today's culture and what people like in hip hop and music today, and just kind of figuring out where we differ and then where we kind of meet in the middle and where we really agree. We'll have some celebrities on there. So we have some people lined up for that as well. Again, that's called the Generation Gap. And that has actually been in the can for about 2 years, just because of school and all of that stuff with him. But he has graduated. Of course, he's getting ready to go to college, but he's got a little bit more time. So we'll be working on getting that done. And then Cat Queen, who again is going to be on the podcast in just a few moments, but she's got her podcast coming, and that's called Cat Got Your Tongue. So everybody knows that she is immersed in the trending topics and the hot topics and everything that's going on out in the industry. So she will be touching on a lot of that stuff. So those are some of the platforms that we have coming up with UG Digital Podcast and Radio. But the Black Print is going to be launching this Sunday. Actually got Tiff just popped in, so we're gonna add her to the screen. Tiff.
Hi, everybody.
What's up?
Okay, let me say that again. Hi, everybody.
Look, you should be feeling weak after you got dragged over the weekend.
I am so out of it, man. When I sit here and tell you, I don't know. I can't even express how tired and weak I am. I am very weak. I woke up this morning, feeling very blessed, and I went out and did some rides.
Right.
It was like when I came back, I just ain't have no oomph, no strength, no nothing.
I got you.
It was like, look, the only thing I did was comb my hair. I ain't put no makeup on, no that. I ain't no. It ain't happening.
Here's the question. Here's the question. Look, Kat had just popped in at the bottom, but she'll be right back. But here's the question. The $1 million question. Why the fuck you ain't let go of the goddamn rope when I was why you make it look like I was just dragging you across the park?
Was that you? Listen, we was pulling the rope, and all I know is I'm on the ground, but then I don't know who was in front of me.
It was me.
But it looked like they were, if I was going to let go, they were going to trample over me. So and listen, that's what I was, the fear was. But when I saw the video, I was like, damn, I could have.
If y'all haven't seen this, go to my Instagram page. Go to Authentically James. Just look at the videos from this past weekend, and you're gonna see we was at our family reunion and we were playing tug of war. And Tiffany, like, we literally dragged her probably like 10 or 15 feet, and she wouldn't let go of the rope. And I just need y'all to go back and look at that video. Like, that was some funny
shit.
It
was like, I'm trying to think who was in front of me. I don't know if it was
And Kat was filming, so I'm like,
so that was Kat that was filming.
Yeah.
I think it was your nephew. Now that I look, let me see. I think it was your nephew that was in front of me, because when I looked up, all I kept thinking was, if I let go of this rope, he is going to trample over me. So I'm like, I'm just going to just stop. But then as I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I could have let go. But I was that was like the spirit of me. I'm like, who was recording this? I couldn't remember if I gave Kat my phone, but Kat had the phone. I thought it was the other lady who had my phone.
But we had a really good time.
That pinata, that pinata business. Now that shit was funny. That
I
was
swear to God, Lolita thought she was gonna get whacked with the bat. So
Rhonda had the popcorn in her hand, and she was looking on the ground eating the popcorn with her hair. Her eyes were so big, like a fiend.
Well,
I said, Rhonda, what is you looking for? She was looking for that money tough, honey, with that popcorn. She was just eating that popcorn, looking all over the floor. But that damn Lolita.
I was looking for the Tootsie Rolls. I didn't even care about the money. I'm like, the kids can have the money. I just want the Tootsie Rolls.
That damn Lolita. I was hollering. I was screaming. And Cameron ain't making no better. Cameron dove, messed up his whole outfit. I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, that reunion was so much fun. We didn't have, the numbers that we had when we first did it. But shout out to the Hodges family.
They said it was more people. Because I didn't think it was as many people. They said it was more people. So
no, I didn't think it was, because you got to realize we had the out of town crew there. They're from Arizona, where we're going to be at next year, and then we had Skip and his whole entire family. We had Joyce, we had William, we had his kids. So we had way a lot more the first thing we did this time. So we're not going to have it next year because of Arizona. I kind of feel like, no, we just not going to have it. But 2026, we're definitely going to have it, and it's going to be bigger. It's going to be a 2-day reunion. So
no, I thought it was really, really dope. I thought we had a really good time. It was good. I think more so. I hate to claim old, but I just feel like it was good to see the kids out there having a good time and playing. And
the kids really had a good time. You should have been there volleyball.
Yeah, they was really into it, and it was cool that Isaiah and Austin was there. I wish Elijah could have been there, but
yeah.
At any rate, I thought it turned out really, really good. I thought y'all did an amazing job putting everything together. Like, it was set up really, really dope. I had some good food, and I had like 2 pieces of cake, and I ain't gained a pound. So like, I'm doing good.
Because we worked it all off with the games.
I ain't even had to tell my trainer that I had no cake, because I kept telling Rhonda, I was like, you ain't see me had this cake. I don't know what you're talking about. You ain't see me had this cake. But I was good when I went to the trainer today, so I ain't even had to worry about it. I ain't had nothing to worry about it. But I thought it was cool. It was good. I mean, obviously, I knew you was going to be there, but it was really good to see Kat there. I got to see Kathy when I first got there because she was still there. Yeah. It was good to see Big Ma. I swear to God.
Did you record her dancing?
I wish I had, because I swear to God.
Nobody recorded her.
I swear to God, every time I see her, she turned out for me. She turned up for me every time I see her. Remember the last time that she was... I swear to God, she turns up for me. So I wish I had got some pictures and some video of that. Cat Queen.
Hey, Cat.
What's up?
Hey, cousins. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. What's happening? How you doing?
I was upset that nobody recorded her. Like, she was there. I had her dancing for a good 5 minutes. And
I didn't see that.
I couldn't record with my phone because I had my phone hooked up to the Bluetooth. So...
Yeah, I didn't see that part. I just saw when she came up to me and she was dancing, but I didn't see when you had to dance.
Hush before you go on your page.
That would have been some good video to have. I wish somebody had got some footage. Like, who was the photographer that was there? Listen. I was gonna say, who was the photographer with them crunchy feet?
You see how I had to do a 360? You see, so I clown mom for that. My mom, bless her heart, Diana Milans, got this man from up underneath the rock, honey, up underneath the Rockosaurus, the Flintstones. Stone Age. This man got out of his car. I watched the whole thing go down. This man got out of his car. When I sit here and tell you, somebody made his shirt, Kidd, made it. He had the shirt, the white beater, the shorts. The shorts was yellow, y'all. I'm not making this up. The shorts was yellow with some flip-flops on, some flippers. I call them flippers because that's exactly what they was at the end of the day. And he had them all up underneath a whole pile of clothes, raggedy ass clothes from 3 weeks ago. And it had ketchup stain, mustard. It had 4th of July and Memorial Day all mixed in one. And he just said, fuck this shit. I'm getting paid. I'm getting the hell up out this bed. I'm going to take these pictures, which he didn't take a lot. So then he got up and grabbed my mom's hand, the hand dance with her. And I was like, you make sure you go and put a whole bottle of sanitizer on your hand. Ain't no telling what he's been doing.
We were talking about
the photographer, honey. Then you gonna have, so he's taking pictures of me with the cake. Then, they're like, well, we need to know, how we're going to get these pictures. So I just basically told him to put it on a flash drive so I can have it. And so I can have it and put it incorporated with the, my PowerPoint. So I'm not going to make a book. I decided it on this.
I wouldn't. I'm
not going to make a book because Deb is on her head trying to get me to make this book. I'm not. I'm going to put everything on that PowerPoint and I'm going to put it on the flash drive. I'm going to buy a flash drive. I'm going to go on, what is it, Amazon, and just buy a whole lot. I can't talk to you outside. Whole lot of flash drives, and I'm going to sell them like that. And I'm going to sell them as a price as I would have did with the book, because I'm going to incorporate the video from this reunion and 2000 and what was it, 22 we had reunion, and I'm going to incorporate last year's reunion onto this flash drive. I don't know how much memory I'm gonna need, but I'll figure out. But I'll probably sell those flash drives for like no more than 40, if that's fair.
I don't know.
I would say like 25, but we'll come back and talk about that some more because our guest is in. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. I just want to kind of give a little small introduction to our guest who is with us tonight. Really, really awesome guy. Is one thing I have really learned about being in this entertainment industry and media industry is as you're doing things and you're doing good work, you will come across some really, really, really talented people. I've always been about trying to work with other people who are in this industry because, obviously it's not just about me. I want to see all of us come up and rise up. And I just feel like it's room for all of us to shine. So this guy, he goes by the name King Teeth. He's actually he goes by King Teeth, but now he's also going as his actual name, Latif Hughes, because he has become an actor. So, the cool thing is he's already a friend to the network and to the platform because he's been on the cover of UG Digital magazine. He actually was on the cover of the magazine at the top of the year. So, the thing with him is that we met at a movie premiere. And I was going to say I just happened to be there, but I didn't just happen to be there. I was supposed to be in this space. So, I was there and he was there. And doing this thing, and he does a lot of videography, so he was there filming. And I'm really good with networking, so we exchanged information, exchanged cars. Was like, okay, let's keep in touch, let's do some things together. And then I put together the show Buzzworthy with one of my other good friends. She's actually going to be a part of UGD Live, so that's Reese. But we put Buzzworthy together, and he actually filmed Buzzworthy for us. So that was kind of like our first kind of working relationship together. And I mean, obviously he did an amazing job. Like, I'm still sharing video and pictures and stuff from Buzzworthy today because it turned out so dope. But this is a really, really good guy. Like, we do a lot of the same things, but then he does a lot of different things. And one of the things that I feel needs to kind of be there and be in place when you meet people, when you're working with people, is that you need to be able to learn something from them. And the coolest thing is that I've been able to learn so much stuff from him that I've been able to incorporate into Transcending the Culture. I've been able to incorporate it into the magazine. I've been able to incorporate it into just about everything that I'm doing. So I make it a point to keep up with him and make sure that I see what he has going on and keep up with the things that he has going on. Hey, Kat, see if you can reconnect your Facebook.
I just did that. I just did it right now. So yep, it's live on my page now. So
okay, good. Because it popped, it sent me a message, so that's why I said that. But really, really good guy. So right now Latif is out promoting, and he's like heavily promoting, but he's promoting this new film that he's a part of. Which, listen, man, everybody talks shit about Tubi, like they do, and they talk about like the quality or the lack of quality of a lot of the movies and stuff that's on there. But this movie, like, first of all, it went into theaters first, so it wasn't just.
But they stay tuned in though.
Boarding house, like. This is like really, really, really a dope movie. Like, honestly, from the very beginning, is really dope. And I haven't seen all the way to the very end yet, but it's like every person that I've encountered, like seeing these different actors and whatnot, actors and actresses, like everybody is really, really good. Like you could tell that they really, really prepared for this. And if you feel like you know what you're gonna get because you're going into it on Tubi, you have no fucking idea. Like this is
that's
really,
how I was when I was.
It's like really a dope movie. I'm to the point where I want to get the whole cast because I think it's really, really a good movie, and I can tell that they put a lot of time and effort, and it's just quality. So, obviously with him doing this project, I thought it would be really good to bring him on to Transcending the Culture, and that's my thing. Is I like to bring on people, obviously that are fully immersed in the industry, but then I also like to be able to help out the people that I know that, are really doing it out here. And I see they're doing big things and they got quality work. So all that being said, we have Latif Hughes on the show tonight, and I'm gonna actually bring him in right now. I know he's been sitting in the background kind of waiting for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in. Sir. You got to unmute though.
We good to go? You can hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, man, I appreciate you more than you could ever know. And I know I tell you this all the time, and I know it probably sounds cheesy half the time, and everybody is saying that, man, I appreciate it, and you really dope, man. But like, you are dope as like you really, really dope. And I appreciate you taking the time to come on the podcast. Like, we're finna hit the 1 year mark on the 25th.
Hey.
Culture. So it's that's like right. This Hello is like it's a journey.
Hello.
Man. It's a journey, and I appreciate you. I know that they both appreciate you, and it's just really cool to be able to bring somebody on, A, who I know, but then B, who I know is doing like really, really amazing work. So thank you. Kudos to you. Congratulations for everything you got going on. And the first thing I want to talk about is this movie. So I'm gonna let you say your words and everything first and all that stuff, and let the ladies, get some words in, and then we got to talk about this movie.
Okay, yeah, I actually want to know what they thought. If you watched the movie, what you thought of the movie. The ladies, actually.
Okay, I'll go first. I thought it was good because I watch a lot of thrillers, and I usually can guess what's going to happen, or who is who that's the killer, or the little girl really 50 years old. I'm always the one that guessed stuff. I did not get the twist. I'm not gonna give it away for our viewers that's want to watch the movies, but I didn't. Right. Y'all know your girl Kat usually, I use my noodle. But it had a good twist. So any movie that can trick your girl Kat is great in my book. I loved it. I have more questions and more comments. So I'll let everybody else kind of give their opinion.
For sure. I'm ready though. I'm here to answer all the questions.
Okay.
Well,
did you get to see the movie
unfortunately, yet? I wasn't able to get. No, I wasn't able to. We have been hella busy this whole week, and with our family, things going on. But I'm gonna tell you what, I got my popcorn, and I'm about to sit here and watch this movie.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to.
Then I'm gonna give a review on IG and Facebook.
Okay.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I know not to spoil it because I'm quite sure that a lot of the viewers have not seen it yet either. But
yeah.
First and foremost, well, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna actually jump into the movie first. First of all, the characters, the guy that was. I'm giving spoiler alerts, but
that's guy all right because I probably would forget.
You still gonna watch it anyway, so it's all good. But listen,
you're gonna want to see it anyway.
The guy that was trying to get y'all to rent the room.
Yeah.
Was that the crazy man too that they said?
Yeah, that's definitely a spoiler.
Yeah, James, you giving it away.
Shout out to Hakeem though. He played that role amazingly.
Yeah.
But he's definitely interesting guy. Definitely interesting guy in that movie, for sure.
That's the only spoiler that I'm giving away. When I saw it, I was like, "What the fuck? That's the dude." I'm like, "That's just." I'm like,
that ain't even the biggest twist. To me personally, he looks like he gonna be up to something.
Yeah.
It's a bigger twist in this movie. I ain't even gonna lie.
It's cool. I got like probably a quarter of the way through. So,
okay. You about to hit it. You about to hit
right where you need to hit.
Right.
I'm literally watching the rest of the movie tonight. So like I don't have nothing else to do. But
it'll make you stay up at night. It'll make you like stay up some extra 30 minutes to finish that
It'll make you stay up at night.
Yeah, it'll make you finish the movie if you get to one point. If you get to one point, you're like, I got to know what happened.
Yeah.
I got to know.
I think it's really, really dope. And is everybody from here in the city, or like how did the whole cast come together?
So everybody but one person. I always say her name wrong, but she is from Detroit. She
which character?
That's just like this from here.
What character on Boarding House?
You're gonna make me get in trouble.
I mean, no, was it the roommate?
It wasn't my girl. It wasn't my girl. I'll tell you that. It wasn't my girl. It wasn't my ex-girlfriend. It was the other girl in the house.
Okay. I know who you're talking about. The other member. So it's called Boarding House, so people can really kind of get.
Come on now.
It's a lot of different, neighbors and things like that. So yes, this is one of the other tenants in the Boarding House. I know which one you're talking about. So yeah.
And she is the other person that's like trying to flirt with me in the movie. But no, she's from Detroit. She's actually in the Dirty D. She got so many names. That's why I don't want to mess her real name. She plays so many different things. She's an amazing actress. Like a beautiful person, all of that.
What is it like for you to be in this space now of being called an actor? Like what is that like for you?
It lets me like relax actually. Like it lets me like just like allow it to be what it is. Cause you know me, I'm always hustling and you know making connections and moving, but it really just allows me to be where I wanted to be in the first place, which was established and be able to have something that is of respect, of high level is that it comes with respect. So I can move accordingly how I've wanted to for a while, to be honest. Like just people understand now, like it's like he's worked for this. So it's like now it's like it makes sense if it takes a little time for me to get with him. Because I didn't want people to ever feel like I was doing it out of like I was just too busy or like I was just big time people. It was like, no, it was because I really do study what I do and I study my craft and I really want to work with people who are moving in the right direction, and everybody isn't at the right time. So you got to wait for the perfect time. And I think right now people are allowing me to have that time to be like, okay, I'm ready now. Like, what's up? And then we can really have that conversation.
Right.
a way better conversation for sure.
So, what is your favorite like genre to act? Did you like the thriller, horror, or like what do you like to do?
So and this is actually a little shout out to some great people, but I got another role coming, and I'll be in my first action film. But I always wanted to do action. I always wanted to do like karate. I always wanted to do like more like the Steven Seagals and the you know
Yeah.
like not necessarily the boys. I don't really rock with 12, but we can be FBI secret agent type time. Military. So that's kind of like my ultimate, like, because I know what it'll take to prepare for it, and I feel like that'd be super dope, like working with Marines and like training and stuff like that for a role like that. I think that'd be amazing.
Okay. Oh, go ahead, Tiff.
Come on, Tiff. Talk to me.
Oh. No, I oh, stop it. So, I was wanting to know. I mean, you look very young. How old are you per se? Then I can just ask this question.
Okay, how old do I look?
You were like in your early 20s.
Oh, thank God. That is good. I'm not in my early 20s no more officially. I still am in my 20s. I'm 28 now. I'm officially looking at them 30 balls.
Okay.
So what was that the question?
So with that being said, were you acting as a kid, teenager? What made you want to get into acting? And you still being in the early age, man, you have a long jeopardy to go, when it comes to this acting, man. Tyler Perry, he's, in my opinion, like he's really just actually start branching out with all of these other movies, Divorce in the Black, yeah, that movie right there, buddy. He done came a long way. You have a lot to come, and you have a lot to go. You know what I'm saying? And when I do watch this movie, which I know this is going to be a great movie, I see you in the future with him.
I love it. So
with this really, who inspired you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I know everybody don't like him, like love him right now, but definitely Big Willie. Shout out to Will Smith. He definitely was an inspiration of mine. I actually, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I actually grew up in like show choir and like theater and like just like city, like all of that. Like I was really, I always loved community. So I always loved to be with my community, whatever we was doing, whether we was young and I was able to be around that. So I got a little older and we got in other little situations and they didn't present themselves as well. So I had to kind of take it a back seat to my sports, but it was always something I loved. I always loved the arts. So it was always something in the back of my head. I've been auditioning for 4 years, probably since I came back from college. So
okay. I definitely was a theater kid, and I did a little acting, and in my time. So if you ever have anything you need somebody in, keep your girl Cat in mind. I am Cleveland based as well.
For sure.
James, no, I always be plugging myself, put myself in little situations.
Listen, you got to.
I really enjoyed when I watched the movie, the black and white scenes were the flashbacks. Like I like that they used the black and white to show you what happened in little clips and give you a glimpse of scenes that they didn't go all the way. They didn't go all the way through in the background of certain things that was happening. How did you guys come up with that? Who was behind some of those cinematic ideas?
Yeah, the film god himself. Shout out to Dave. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Johnny. They come in with a plan. Shout out to the whole HWIC. They come in with a plan and they gonna execute that plan. I promise you, they not playing with you. So they have. Go ahead.
They have a lot of movies
yeah.
under their belt, and they're all good. They're all good, and they're forever doing something. Okay. Dang.
All of them right there. Mine coming next.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I am on the casting email list, so hopefully
I'm
up next too.
Be ready.
Very soon.
Yeah. Be ready. I love it.
But one of the people that was in a movie that I was so pleasantly surprised to see. I know y'all know who I'm talking about, Miss Chicken Salad herself.
Miss Nisha, my baby. Oh, I love you, Miss Nisha. Hey, Nisha really did her thing.
She did her thing.
Oh, she did her thing.
Listen, so I'm watching the movie and I'm like, dang, how do I know this girl? Because I do a lot of work in Cleveland, so I'm like, dang, do I know her from the bar? Did I meet her networking? As soon as she said Superior over on Superior, I said, oh,
yeah.
That's chicken salad.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly her. And she did amazing. Her transition to going viral to being a movie star has been amazing to watch.
She has like a lot of endorsements and things. Like she really been doing her thing. And I definitely done been up on Superior to get my little chicken salad. When she said that, I said, oh, let me see what this about then.
What it is, bro. I want to go see
peppers. With the peppers.
Shout out to Nisha.
Shout out to Nisha. Definitely, she's doing her thing for Cleveland. So the new movie you are in, what give us a little synopsis on what it's about, or what your character is, or what kind of movie we got to look forward to.
I got you. So first, I got to shout out to my boy Haberflex, because I would have been. And excuse my language, a shit show in that movie if it wasn't for him and his. I mean, we was in his house, all of us, me, Dave, Nisha, and Angel. We was all at his house for at least 3 weeks, every night, every day. Don't matter if he had to work. Didn't matter. We was getting it in. So shout out to Haberflex and shout out to Johnny for making that possible. Boarding House, I play Matt. Matt is the fiance to Evie, which is the lead character. She is basically this alpha female, and we are on a journey to become doctors. On that journey, we need to find a place to stay. And we are in our last year of residency at university in Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to Cleveland. Shout out to University Hospital. We were in our last year of residency and we needed a place to stay. So we were looking places to places. Everybody was booked up. You know how I be. Cleveland be high as hell. So we find a place, boarding house.
Right.
And it's the last place we really got. So we find it, we go in, and we meet 2 people. We meet the person showing us the house, and then on the way out we meet the mother of the house, and they greet us, and it was a great time. We thought it was all smooth, but it turns out it wasn't. But we go anyway. We don't know. We get in there. We start seeing some things, hearing some things. Some things start to happen. There's actually, I have to take pills every day for a specific reason in the movie, and in that time, there's some attacks, some
things going on.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
And I did want to ask you about that too, because how did you prepare to play somebody, with a disability or a symptom, a syndrome that can be, hard to deal with?
Yeah. So, and I don't think this is a spoiler, but Matt has epilepsy. He has to take 1 pill a day to keep him from having seizures on a regular basis.
Okay.
Now with that, I did take some time. Well, first, I grew up with friends who actually have epilepsy. I've actually had a few friends actually have seizures right in front of me, and I was young, so at first I didn't really know what was going on, but once I got a little older, I kind of started to realize what was happening and was able to help. So for the role, I talked to those people first, and then I just tried to put myself in those positions of the fear I felt when I saw them. So then when I was basically preparing to be in that role and have those symptoms at times, I just wanted to showcase kind of the fear I felt when I would see it. So I had to kind of show it. So that's kind of how I prepare for it.
I think you did a really good job. I think you did it respectfully. I think it was believable. You know, sometimes people have a seizure and they get to rolling around and acting like, come on, man.
They really being the character.
Yeah, but he did it when it was respectful, and you know, I think you did a really good job.
Okay.
And sometimes that could be very hard to deal with when it's something that is outside of what you know. But that's really a good idea to take your experience with dealing with that with friends and flipping that around. So that definitely shows your depth as an actor.
I'll actually tell one thing about that scene. That specific scene, it took me out the rest of the day. I couldn't do anything else after that. My whole body had shut down. It was wild, but yeah, I really don't tell anybody that. But yeah, it was a wild situation.
Oh, so you was method acting.
It got deep.
Became the character for real. But sometimes when you do that, people that are and I know Tiff knows this too. People that are doing something creative with a higher power behind them.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you got that performance, it will take everything out of you.
Yep.
And you can't even, sometimes you're not even moving too much, or you're not, but you're using your whole body, you're using your whole mind to really hone in on your talent. So I definitely have been there where I'm like, sometimes I get on this podcast and by the end we be about passed out. We be like, oh.
Right.
No, definitely. 10,000%.
Well, that's because every week we do it. We say we only gonna be on for an hour, and it'd be like 3 hours when we finally end. So
yappers.
I don't think we've ever done just an hour. Like it's really dope.
We try.
Yeah.
And you know we all cousins, so I guess it run in the family or something.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's really dope though, and a lot of that has to do with, you know, the caliber of people that we bring on the show. And like, it's really dope to have you here. I just want to kind of reiterate, you know, just the overall quality of the film. Like from the very beginning to like, I like how it kind of started off like, you know, at the scene that it was in. And then once it got through that, then it kind of took us back to the beginning. And like,
shout out to Dre there.
It was just like you, and then the girl that played your fiance, like it was very believable. So it, like, you know how a lot of times when people are new to acting or they're newer to acting and, you know, they're acting out their roles, it's like sometimes you kind of could tell that they're acting. Whereas like with everybody that I've seen so far in this film, it's like y'all really, really rehearsed for this. Like, was it all shot here in Cleveland?
So it was shot in Lorraine. Majority of it was shot in Lorraine. At the boarding house itself was in Lorraine. Shout out to Lorraine, Ohio. I'm gonna actually be out there on August 3rd doing some promo. So shout out to them. But the one scene in the bar was shot at Parallel Lounge in what is that? It's Richmond, but it's Cleveland, whatever. Richmond, Ohio. But shout out to Aki, shout out to Parallel Lounge. We shot that there. And then the Nisha scene was shot in Cleveland, was shot right on Euclid, well, basically St. Clair, but yeah, it was right down there. And I think that was all the scenes. Oh, the actual garage wasn't. That's actually the garage actually wasn't the garage at the house. That's actually.
Was it? I'm like, who back there? I'm thinking somebody about to pop out. I was on the edge of my seat. I'm thinking like,
yeah. So that's
don't go back there, girl. You know how we black people we be talking. Don't get up.
See, and that's why
out of there. Stay out of that garage.
Like, what were you able to
take the eviction?
Like, what were you able to take away from doing this film that's helping you on the next project that you're working on now?
Take every moment and just enjoy it. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the experience. Enjoy not getting it right every time. Enjoy the process. And understand it may not happen again. So give it your best shot. Like give it everything you got. Why not? I mean, but I got to give it up to HWIC. It's not a Tubi movie. It is really a Netflix special.
It's really not.
They have continuously taken up their production value each and every movie. He even bought a I ain't even gonna say the number, but the color grading thing he bought for this one specifically. Oh yeah, it was pretty penny, but it was an investment in the quality for the audience. So they are not cheap on production and the value of what they're trying to give to their audience. That's why I respect absolutely love them to death, because they make me want to even come even better, even stronger each and every time.
I mean, they're elevating their own brand, but then they're also elevating the brand of Tubi because of what people expect when they go in, when they go into Tubi. Like they're getting a lot of quality. Like I covered the film a few months ago with Isaac from the Love Boat, and there was like some people that were in there too. And even at that point, I was just like, wow, this is like a really, really dope movie. Like it's really, really dope, and nothing about it would say Tubi. So I think it's it's because of people like you
taking that level up,
people like this team that's really elevating that brand. Like you mentioned Netflix. Like, do you see potential of this possibly going to a Netflix or anything like that in the future?
This movie specifically, their business structure is for Tubi. So they really respect independency, and Netflix has a lot of ownership in a lot of stuff they do. So it's definitely respected over there, but I don't think that's necessarily where they want to go. And honestly, Tubi has attracted so many people over the last few years that the business model they have is literally $1 million business model. Absolutely. And you have to keep producing. That's the only thing they have to do.
No, I think that's amazing. The next film that you're on, the next film that you're taking part in is an action film. And you said that you've always wanted to get into action. Like, where do you see yourself going beyond this point? Like, what do you want to do in the acting realm?
I'm not putting a minimum or a cap on what I'm doing. And I want to build relationships. I want to be a part of great films. I want to be a part of great sets. I want to have great in moments that I can share like this. I'm not in a rush to be a famous actor. I really believe I am the Cleveland's Kevin Hart. I've said that for years. So I just think it's gonna come in time. I just think I have to put myself in the best positions and be the best I can and continue to build my brands, and then they can't really stop me once I'm able to produce it myself. So they really couldn't stop me then. So for me, it's just about doing it the right way, doing it with good people, and putting out good products for the people to enjoy. And then from there, it'll take where it needs to go. But I definitely want to lead. I definitely want to lead in action roles and in comedies. I will do a comedy special before 40. I just don't know when. And I'm gonna definitely take on the position of lead when I can.
We have some questions for the comments. Okay. Shout out to, we got J100 in the building. Like and subscribe for sure. And then we have Carla saying, I definitely love Tubi movies. They are right up my alley. And so and we have a question that says, what else do you do besides acting?
Yeah. So what got me in the door? The King
I was going there next, so that's cool.
The King TV Network is funny because I usually do all my interviews leading with this, but I'm grateful to have expanded and grown and been able to expand into different realms. But the King TV Network is always and will always be the foundation. It's the thing that I created. It's the thing that I own. I may not forever have ownership. Shout out to Jeff Bezos, who still only owns 3% and still a billionaire. But you know, you got to understand the game. But at the end of the day, it's something that I've built over the past 3 years. We just turned 3 years old. It's a podcast network where we interview individuals from a kingly standpoint. And right now we are in a transition. I am in a transitional phase as a man and as a content creator and of who and what I'm talking about because of what's going on in the world and I've always been a person who, even when I was little, I was giving out lunch trays to littler kids. So for me, it's always about service. It's always about giving them a different look at life and saying that it's okay you can still be cool. So for me, my mission is growing. My mission is developing. But originally, the King TV Network, we interview like-minded individuals. We are entertainingly motivational. We sit down with people who have great stories, who have great things going on that you can follow up on and be a part of. We celebrate people. We develop with people, and we support people. That was the number one. That was the number one thing of why I even started it. I wanted to support all these talented people that I was around, that I was talking to every single day. So.
No wonder you and James connected.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I mean, I can.
He got interviewed by me for sure. He like top 50 maybe top. Nah, he may be top 100. He's top 100 though.
I say that. You know,
I think he was like 87 or something like that. I'm pretty decent with my number game. I ain't gonna lie.
You know what? The thing that stood out to me, you know, obviously we had met each other already at that movie premiere. But who was that? That was Brian Berry or Mike Berry? I think that
was Brian Berry. That was the workout partner, Red Carpet.
Okay, yeah.
Lloyd. He let me be a part of that and let me host with him. So that was amazing.
Yeah, I just think that, you know, from the time that I first met you, like I saw this light and I was just like this dude is really dope. Like he's dope, and it's somebody that I want to work with. Like he's doing a lot of the stuff that I want to do. We're doing some similar stuff, but I feel like I could really learn from him and really take something away from that and really put it towards.
I actually do.
So I just was like, you know, when you gave me that opportunity to come on your platform, I was like, listen, I can't come to work. I gotta go do this. Like this is like this is huge. Like
that was a time. I ain't gonna lie. That was a good time too. That was a time.
I was like nervous as shit when I came and did it. Like for real. Like I was like nervous as shit, and I don't know why, because I've been doing media for fucking 20 years. But it just was like coming into that shit, I was just like nervous as shit. But wow. I think
we're gonna end up doing 100 of them. You know, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I think it's just, you know, I think it really speaks to the level of respect that I have for you, and I think that you do something really amazing for the community. Like, there's so many people here in Cleveland that want to get into media and they want to get into podcasting and they want to be able to do what you're doing, and you willingly open your doors and you help a lot of people. And like me coming in there and seeing the whole team of people that you had, like, that's some dope shit, man. Like, I think it's really, really cool. And you kind of, like, regardless of how long I've been in this, like, you kind of opened my eyes to some shit. Like,
wow.
It was like, okay, like this is really where it can go. And this is something that I really could start doing with my thing. And, you know, I'm more on the digital side. So like I'm building out a studio now with one of the extra rooms that I got. But even so, I'm like, it kind of helped me to really pinpoint and figure out things that I can do on the virtual side and on the digital side that, you know, really help, just not only with this podcast, but with the podcast, the ladies that that come on Sundays, and the other people that want to do some podcasting now. And it's really just finding your niche and being consistent with what you're doing, and just keeping at it. So I mean, obviously, I have been doing it, but just know that like the things that you're doing, like you're inspiring and you're helping a lot of people, even the people who have been here. Like we need you. We need the people like you to open our eyes to what can be done today versus 20 years ago. And I can fully admit that like a lot of things that, I might come up with ideas and a lot of them are centered around shit that was done 15, 20 years ago. And it's like, dude, open your eyes. Like it's so much shit that you
I'm getting old. I ain't even gonna lie. These kids out here moving faster than me. With this TikTok and the stream.
But trust me, they're learning some things from you though. Even if you
it's
don't,
definitely a growing thing.
They're pulling some stuff from you, and I think that's the beauty of what it is that you're doing. That you're teaching people along the way, and that's really what it's about.
Because that was a part of the goal too, for sure.
Yeah. So now I really appreciate all of that. I'm glad that Ready Red, that's who asked the question about what else.
Yeah, I was about to say, you got some admirers said, do you model? And you said, yeah, and they said, I can tell.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go Ready Red.
But I think that the new day and age where everybody's doing things on their own and independently is allowing a lot more people to have talent to show off those talents and to soar. Sometimes the entertainment business can be a lot of closed doors and a lot of who you know and who do your family know. It's hard as an independent person or somebody even from Cleveland, somebody that's from a smaller town.
Absolutely.
So shout out to you and what you're doing, and I just hope we all can make it. But I did want to say one thing about the movie. This is one thing about I love thrillers and scary movies, but why when couples, your girlfriend be telling you or your wife be like, I think something going on, the dude be like, oh honey, don't worry about that, you'll be all right. Hello, like
you don't think EB was a little bit nosy? Keep out of them people's business.
Yeah, but that's how women are. That's how we be. We supposed to be peeping the scene.
Because look,
I'm
glad you point that out, because she did say at the beginning, like, how did he know you had epilepsy? And you was like, I don't know. We was just talking, and I must have told him.
He definitely was eyeing me for sure. He definitely was peeping everything out. Oh, you take a pill a day, huh? Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, so
okay, well, don't tell no more until I watch it. I want to watch it.
She getting all this stuff.
Be glued to your TV tonight, Tib. Get your popcorn and get your thunder.
You don't want to watch it now. I ain't gonna lie.
Get the puppy. Hold the puppy right here, because it's gonna be.
I might not make it out of there, to be honest.
Listen, when I tell you I'm not touching no more Uber tonight until I watch the rest of this movie, so it's cool. I know I need to. Hey, what's up?
You didn't even watch it all, Jay.
Right, but it's cool though, because I
didn't even.
Hey,
hashtag is the hardest working man.
Oh, this is our bro right here. This
hashtag is our faithful transcender.
Right, we appreciate hashtag. He on here every week.
Hashtag
every
real
week.
Love.
He almost got me in trouble a couple of times.
About after party at Tiff's house. Tiff, what you cooking?
Hey,
my dude was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get together, not at Tiff's house, have after party somewhere else.
Yeah, we absolutely do.
No, we can have it at my house.
I don't know about that.
He ain't gonna stop nothing, is he?
So what?
Ain't gonna stop nothing. We can have it at my house. Rolling.
I ain't trying to start no fight. What you mean?
So what is next? What is next for you? Obviously, you're working on the action film that's going to be coming out. But what else do you have going on that we can look out for?
The Wild Irish Rose.
Oh, he said Wild Irish Rose. So
I don't know why.
I thought I was old.
That's a wild man, and he gonna have it too on him. He gonna have it on him for sure.
I thought I was old.
I got a story behind that. I got a story behind that Wild Irish Rose. Look, here come Mom Dukes.
Some mom asking some questions. You probably gonna have. That's my mom. You probably gonna have you another.
Right. We ask those questions.
Right.
I love you too.
I can't. If I know, I always got it on me.
And it's all about business.
Okay,
this is all about business. We all family.
I always got that wild Irish rose on
Not
me.
the wild Irish on you. I raised you with some Mad Dog 2020. Give me some of that.
I'm already at the house. I'm going home. Okay. So what's next?
I got a story behind the wild Irish rose, but
another day.
That rose is different. I'll be talking on here crazy. What's next? No, I'm just so what's next for me? And I think it's not as, because you never know what God has for you, right?
Absolutely.
So you never really know. Because I didn't know I was going to be in a movie. Funny thing is, I wasn't even the first person to get the role. So that's even a funny conversation. Yeah.
What?
Shout out to Tiger Johnson. I don't know if y'all know the boxer, but he actually had the role of Matt first, but he had a boxing match in Las Vegas the same week they had to shoot. So I actually didn't get the role until 3 weeks before they started shooting. So I had to learn everything in 3 weeks. So it was a mad race for sure, but it was a beautiful situation. I wouldn't change for the world.
Absolutely.
So I say that to say, you don't really know exactly what's going to be next, especially in this, because you don't know who's all watching. For me, it's about continuously putting myself in the best position and giving myself the best chance to be successful, whether that means just staying focused and staying in the gym, making sure I can get those looks that they may think I'm a model, the only thing it does is help my brand grow and develop into something that I can actually fully live off of, and that's always the ultimate goal. I would say in 2024, I've learned that, and I've accepted the fact that I'm gonna be in front and not behind, so I have to act like it. And from there, I believe doors will open that I can't even see coming. So, for me, it's just expanding relationships, building a better business system. I go to like conferences as much as I can. I'm really big into just learning and growing, because you don't know what that one little thing is that you tweak that can change everything.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to just stay focused on learning that tweak. Shout out to Donnie, shout out to the Akron Ink Project, Baseball Ink Project. Shout out to them. Y'all really doing y'all thing.
For sure. We had him on the show. He's a friend to the show. Yeah. Shout out to Donnie Brooks.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been on. We've had journalists on the show too, and I know that you guys.
Shout out to her. She's amazing and beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I think everything happens the way it's supposed to, man. Like, you coming into this project 3 weeks before they started shooting, like that's God all day long.
And absolutely, and I pray every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've gotten to that place really over the last few years that, like, I'm really, really big on making it a point to like recognize when God is stepping in, because we ask for stuff. We want this to happen, and we want that to happen, and we want things to go a certain way, and we ask for so many things. But I think where we go wrong is that a lot of times we really don't acknowledge when God is stepping in and answering our prayers, and
what He has done, and what He has done for
all day long.
Yeah, 100%. Like, and that's what I wanna say for sure is I'm not truly focused on what's next, because things are coming to me, but I really just want to I wake up and I go to sleep just thanking God on what He has done. Especially recently.
Absolutely.
And what He has got me through, as far as just being a part of a dope project, my first project. Not only that, I've interviewed some of my biggest names to date this year. So not only was I able to jump into a different lane, but I didn't lose the momentum I had in my own lane. So it was a testament to like discipline for me. So I always try to like when I have to go through those storms, I try to like reflect on those storms and appreciate those storms and understand like I may have not sold out my first movie premiere. I may have done really bad in my first movie. I may not have done as many interviews. Yes. So I have to be grateful for this. And if I'm grateful now, I'll be able to continue what I've been able to do and hopefully compound it and take it to the next level.
Yeah.
So wise. Got all of them. Got the looks, the wisdom, the talent. Ooh, okay.
Thank you.
I really commend you, King, for everything that you have done. This world is retarded, and these kids out here needs to see someone like you that's really doing something, so they can just go off of you. You know what I'm saying? Us doing the podcast and everything, they can be on TikTok all day, every day, 24. We're gonna say 24.5-ish. Of the day, if they take a bath and all, and then they come jump back
and
on.
They TikTok the bath. This is how I put myself in.
Dude, they see you and they see what you're doing. Maybe that would inspire them to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Dang, he's only 20 years old. I want to do what he's doing. I really hope so too. It's not a lot of these kids out here that can honestly say, "Yeah, I've been to college. College tuition is going up." Just to go out here and act. My son is 25.
Okay.
And he's just now signing up for college. And when I sit here and tell you, and you keep this in mind too. You guys need a music producer. That's what he's going for. So it was a joy me going in there, and I was like this. My son is here to sign up for college.
Yeah.
This is our kids get out on nerves. James' son, he's going to school too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So different things. He's going to school for what? Engineering, James?
Yeah.
So you probably use these kids. Use them to your best ability. If you're looking for somebody, I don't know what engineering he's going into because there's a lot of engineering products, but like my son, he's going in music. And you guys always need music. That ain't no music without it.
And know what to do with, and know all the new buttons and all the systems and all of those. Yeah, you got to know what's going on.
Yes.
And they pay for that.
Yes. So I commend you for doing what you're doing, and you're out here doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. It takes a lot. It really, because your brain is not what it used to be back in the day. It's not. It's just not.
With social media and everybody trying to fit in, it's definitely not easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, man, we appreciate you.
This is amazing. Thank y'all.
You are amazing. Obviously that's why I really wanted you to be on the platform. Like, trust, man, this is not the end. Like everything that I'm doing, I want you to be a part of it. So listen,
I'm there.
We will definitely, do some more stuff. I got to get back on the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a page out of Cat's book and just plug myself. I need to get back on the show.
I love it.
I told you I want to shoot uncensored.
Yeah.
So if you pull up my cousin, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So my cousin on TV One Uncensored. This on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something like that.
Okay.
So if you can figure that piece out and just give me the price, and I'll come up with the money.
We'll figure something out.
Give me the price. Let's figure that out. I want to shoot something, and you're the only person I want to shoot it. So and when I do another buzzworthy, you already know you're gonna be on tap. When we do another buzzworthy.
I got to hold one of them too, because I want to hold one of them. Them buzzworthies is dope.
It is, but
like the red carpet. I know you do your thing on stage. I want the red carpet.
Listen, like I appreciate that, and you know you got it, like already hands down. It's just, and I know you get it, but it's like the financial piece of it. You know, when you funded this stuff out of your pocket. Like after we did that, well, we did Philly because you filmed Philly.
Mm-hmm.
You did Sam Silk.
Sam Silk.
Did you do Sam Silk?
I did.
Oh, wow.
Okay, but once we did those two, I was like, I'm done for a minute. I was like, I'm done for a minute. Like I'm broke.
It's a lot.
I was like, I gotta figure some shit out because I done spent too much money. But
it
will come back together because Reese been asking, and I mean she's actually gonna take part in this new radio show that I'm putting together for the station. But like, I've come a long way, man. But it's a process, and I know you know that piece of it. So
bye.
But yeah, check that stuff out. Yeah, check out that Uncensored. I want to put something together like that.
Okay.
If you pull that together for me, we got it. And then, like I said, I'm gonna plug myself again. I need to get back on the show.
Come on, you ain't lying. I gotta look. So the one thing that did happen, and all it is was I did change locations, and I am trying to find a home to where I want it a certain way, and I'm really trying to do it a certain way. So just like you said with the buzzworthy, you take a little bit of extras.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to do it like exactly how I see it in my head this time. But outside of that, I'm like Gillian Wallow. I will pull up on you. Like I will get it in because it's not about always how it looks, but about what the people need to hear.
Absolutely.
And what people need to see. So
absolutely,
that's always I'm a call away. I'll pull up. We'll set the camera up and rock out.
You will. I know you will.
So,
but I think
y'all. If y'all follow me, if y'all don't follow me, it's the King Teeth Network. It's King Teeth _King TIF and the King TIF Network. TKM Media is where you'll see a lot of the stuff that goes on in the city of Cleveland and the surrounding areas. A lot of the top people in the city and the surrounding areas. We like to support their content and what they got going on. So yeah, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Whatever come out next, we're gonna be on there too. X, everything. I truly appreciate y'all though. This has been an amazing conversation.
Absolutely, man. Any kind of final words before we let you go?
Y'all definitely keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all energy is amazing. I love it. I
appreciate that.
Appreciate y'all. Keep transcending the culture. Like the culture definitely needs these conversations, needs people to big up, and needs different outlooks. Like people have different perspectives. So I truly appreciate it. If y'all have not watched Boarding House, make sure y'all watch it. I don't know if y'all seen this in the background the whole time, but this was me, and I don't know if it's gonna come in, but this is me in the movie. And the thing about the hair is this is my real hair. I do have locks. I actually cut these.
Oh wow!
I cut these off 2 days as a cleansing before the movie started. Before I started actually doing my first role, so I cut them off. And then when she wrote, Angel actually created that masterpiece, and she gave it to me. I super glued my real hair on there, and I told her I would give it back to her when it's worth $10 million. So be on the lookout for that.
Wow, I saw that in the movie. I was watching that part. I'm like, that's a nice little painting right there. Hold on.
Yeah.
I see the realism in it. So that's dope. It's more real than what I thought. I didn't know you put your whole dang hair in there.
Yeah. I had to take it. It was so dope. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, man. You have a good night, man. And we'll talk. I'm gonna send you a barrage of messages after I finish watching this movie tonight.
All right.
Hey, Les. All right, y'all.
All right, man.
Bye.
All right, y'all.
That was so cool, man. I'm telling y'all, I watched the movie today. I had watched it. Listen, I brought the TV in the kitchen with me while I was cooking dinner. I'm like, let me watch this because I started it. I'm like, dang, I want to fit because I wanted to finish it before I talked to him because it was so good. I'm like, okay, let me set my little TV up. I'm whipping, I'm looking. I couldn't take my eyes off it. So y'all definitely need to, if y'all got, I don't know, it ain't too much out right now. All the shows on breaking stuff.
It's really not.
Please
really
watch
not.
Borden House. Watch Borden House. And, you know, get on there and especially support the independent films that's out right now.
I just thought it was really dope, like all together. Like I thought it was really, really dope. And the fact that it's not a Tubi movie. And I think that's what people understand too, is that like this is a good quality film. Like all of the actors and the actresses did really, really good. Like that mom.
The mama.
When she came up and she was like, it's only one bed and there's two of y'all. And she was like, when we engaged, and she was like, I guess.
Ain't that how the mamas do? They be like, y'all going out of town? How many rooms y'all getting? Mom, just mind your business. Just mind your business.
Right.
But yeah, no, that was dope, y'all. I'm saying, like, I really like that movie. I was gonna say I really F with that movie. But it was all the
good. People who have been on here asking questions and putting comments.
Yeah, shout out to all the transcenders, all the old guests, like y'all coming through. Donnie Brooks,
Donnie Brooks, yes, bro. Hashtag yes, bro.
Yeah, we got everybody in the building tonight, and with some new faces too.
Yeah, the new faces are like amazing, but it's also good when you see like consistent people who are popping in every week. And I always gotta shout hashtag because hashtag is on here every single week.
Yeah, and he's always reposting stuff. He's always liking, commenting. Thank you, hashtag, for the engagement. The page engagement, your page engagement probably the only thing keeping my page afloat because I halfway be on Instagram. So hashtag be doing this thing.
I reached out to some.
Who hashtag?
I reached out to some people and to some celebs who have some new shows coming out over the next couple of weeks. So we may kind of have some one-offs now where we have some people on the podcast, but it's not particularly on a Tuesday. So
we were thinking of doing some. I know we have a lot of artists, some artist spotlights.
And I don't want to put any names out there yet because I haven't gotten confirmations yet. So, but once the confirmations start rolling through, then I'll start putting that stuff out there, and we'll have like some midday lives and stuff like that, and then just to kind of have some bonus content. But things are really, really looking up. I really want to stress to everybody again that the 25th, so 2 days from now, that is our 1-year anniversary of Transcending the Culture. July 25th of last year is when we launched. We had Mila from 702 on the podcast last year. So I really was trying to pull something together with her, but obviously she's out on tour with Escape and SWV. So I'm not really sure where that is yet. I'm trying to work on that piece. But and even if we get something kind of after the fact, we may be able to pull something together with her if things go, as I'm wishing. But yeah, 1-year anniversary of Transcending the Culture. The podcast network launched actually on the 1st of August last year. So it's definitely a good time. Things are actually looking really, really good. And we got a lot of stuff coming up. New platforms launching. I talked a little bit about Cat Got Your Tongue before we got started. Also, I'm pushing out the Black Print this Sunday. So that's going to be at 8 o'clock following Open Letters to a Survivor. Amanda has her really, big thing coming up on Friday, which is really, really dope.
And she just had her birthday too. So happy birthday. Shout out to Lady Poet Speaks.
So she's doing really amazing. With the ladies, so she's gonna be out for maybe about 2 to 3 weeks. But Cassandra and K Love, they got it together. They got the shows. So they got an amazing guest actually coming on this Sunday. So that's gonna be pretty dope.
Really? Their show was good.
Thank you so much, hashtag.
On Sunday. He said, "Happy 1 year anniversary. Keep growing and going." And he said he enjoys watching y'all's platform. Thank you, hashtag. We love you.
Listen, we appreciate that. I appreciate that. Like this is no joke, man. Like it's just staying on task, and obviously getting people booked, and just keeping up. It's so many different things going on, and you ladies know I'm touring in a million different directions all day long. So it's like when I'm down for like a day or two, like I'm still recouping from this lupus flare over the weekend, and when I'm down for a couple days, like it will set shit back real quick. So like I appreciate everybody. Everybody was tagging on my Facebook over the weekend, and it was crazy because the reunion was Saturday. So I was at the reunion. Yeah. I think part of it is the heat too, because I have the most issues over the summer. It's something every summer. Last summer I had pneumonia. And then the summer before that, I had pneumonia. I was in the hospital.
That'd be me. Last year, I broke my foot before I was getting surgery. It's like this probably the first summer that I'm cool.
Yeah.
And I fell this very weekend. So who knows? I'm like, I gotta get it together. Me and James, we got too much to do.
And it was really dope having Latif here on the platform. Of course, he was on the cover of UG Digital Mag, at the top of the year. But this is really dope, though. And, I really like to kind of push out those opportunities to help other people and to give them some shine and some spotlight. And I mean, he is garnering enough spotlight on his own, but it's still cool to recognize him because he's doing some really, really amazing things. And he's helping so many people, even if he doesn't necessarily see it. And I think he sees it, but really, really helping a lot of people. And like, when I went and did his podcast, to see like the crew that he had and like people, you could tell they was getting something from it. And it wasn't about some money or nothing like that. Like they was really learning something, like literally.
And I see how you two connected, definitely. I see a lot of similarities in what you guys' goal is and where you talk about why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, but it was weird because like I had Brian Berry on the Entertainment Club. So he came to the radio station, he was on the Entertainment Club, and then in that moment I realized that he was DJ Skills. So he used to do mixtapes like way back in the day. And never and mind you, I spent probably 20 years trying to find like, where is this dude at? Because I need to get another copy of that mix CD or whatever. And then ended up having him on the show. Didn't realize that he was that persona as well. But once I realized that, and then we were talking about the movie he had going on, I'm like, I want to come out and do the premiere. Went to do the premiere, and then that's where I met Latif. So, we connected. I was trying to put together Buzzworthy, which Buzzworthy was a it basically was kind of like what we're doing now, but it was like in a theater setting because I wanted to do like a show in the theater setting and almost like I can't remember the name of the show now. The host was James Lipton. They used to come on A&E.
I'm not hip.
I know y'all ain't hip. I'm old school. Look, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it's called. It was what was the name of the show? It was Inside the Actor Studio. So basically,
I do know.
Oh, now you want to act like you know. Sit down. Sit down. Now you want to act like you know. So listen.
I'm sorry.
You see this bullshit hashtag? You see how they tried to drag me like I was old, and now she talking about, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know.
Yeah, I didn't know his name. I'm sorry. I'm bad with names sometimes.
So
I don't watch TV. But
Tiffany
I don't get out that much.
You don't remember? I remember they would play a movie, and then they would have the actor on there, and they would talk about, right. I mean, he would get up in it real deep
because he had like Denzel, and like he had all of these people on there. So I always I used to watch that shit when I was younger. So like I always wanted to put together a show like that. So that's basically what Buzzworthy was. It was like an inside the actor studio. Now, so many other people didn't get. What's his name? Elliot. The dude from Double XL. He did one for Rock Nation, and they had like Nicki Minaj, and like so many people are doing it today. But I wanted to put together a show like that, so I found the theater. It was a defunct movie theater here in Garfield Heights, and we did a show. And King Latif, he came and he actually filmed the red carpet. Like it was like down to, we had red carpet and all that shit, food for everybody, and so like so much money went into doing that, and then we did one for Sam Silk too. So
wow.
Once we did those two, I was just like, I gotta kind of chill for a minute. But he came out and did that, and that was like the real connection. Like it was like, okay, I see what he really doing, and like the work that he really do, and we just stay connected. So it really was cool to bring him here on the platform. I appreciate everybody that comes on because we've been blessed to consistently have people here on the podcast.
Yeah. And people constantly want to come on.
It's not hard to get people on. So like most people, when I reach out to them, they're like, "Hell yeah."
No, it's not. I have asked, and I said I was going to start asking, the doctors and stuff like that. So once I do that, then I'll let you know you can get in contact with them because I need to. First of all, I need the email to our publicist so she can get in contact with them as well. But the lady Cassandra, she got in touch with me, and I am officially scheduled to be on Open Letters to Survivor October 20th.
I saw that. Look at Tiffany.
We can't wait, Tiff.
Coming in, parlaying appearances and shit.
I know that's right, Tiff. I want to say shout out to my friend
ecstatic.
Tiffany slid in the back door like, did you say you need a guest?
Oh yeah, no, I saw that. You see how we be backdoor networking. We good for that. You how I be. You need somebody to do something. But I did want to give a shout out to my friend Twain Khalifa. He has been every time I see him out, he has been shouting out my podcast, and everybody I meet,
we appreciate that more than you could ever know. Thank you.
Add her on Facebook. So yeah, shout out Twain. He definitely I've been seeing him a couple weekends in a row, and he been doing some heavy networking for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you. We so appreciate that.
But Tiff, I cannot wait to see you on Open Letters, honey. Me and Tiff have our little therapeutic talk, so I know she'll be a great guest for sure.
No, I just was, when we
well, the questions that
go ahead, Tiff.
They sent me the questions, and I kind of got, how would you say it? Like I actually had it confused. So I actually thought we was going to talk about, me having breast cancer, but no, it's the whole abuse. So when I was in an abusive relationship, so I got kind of.
But you may be able to go into some of that with your
anxiety.
You might be able to go into some of your breast cancer experience though, because they also talk about self-care, and there's a lot of stuff that you're doing to take care of you in the post. So you might still be able to touch on a lot of that.
Yeah, she me and her was actually just vibing and just talking and everything, and I was actually like telling her some things. I'm gonna tell you guys what yesterday. My son's brothers and sisters reached out to him yesterday, and so when they was sending pictures, man, y'all listen. You talking about the genes look just like him, like one of his kids. I kind of got stuck. That's how messed up I really was, because it was like a lie. You know what I'm saying? His youngest looked just like, I thought KJ looked like him, but he looked just like him. And I was like, wow, I was happy to see him, but I was just like, it kind of had me stuck, but I was so happy that he got, was able to reach out to his, his brothers and sisters because he has seen them since 2017.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be challenging. I'm glad it's in October because then I could prepare myself mentally, you know what I'm saying, and spiritually to go through this because the only time I really talk about it is with my therapist. So it's like still fresh in my head on some things. Yeah, all the support in the world. I'm definitely gonna need that day. But she also inspired me to change my title from BOC, which is breast, ovarian, cervical cancer research, to I am a survivor research center. So I am a survivor. It will incorporate both survivors on both genders, all genders, and a survivor on the abuse side. So I actually got it all in my head what I want, to happen and everything. But I actually got on and was trying to find, grants. And there is a lot of grants out there. The one asked me, to write my proposal, which I have to write. James, I told her that, you guys were going to help me more. So James, so I am ready. I think I'm ready. I'm nervous at the same time, but I'm ready.
Your girl Kat has a degree in English composition. It has many grant writing and proposals written. So
sound to me like Cat Queen, the best one.
But you know what, the Cat, and shout out to Mama Cat because she also helped Cameron get into school. So shout out to Mama Cat. I'm a big procrastinator.
Did y'all see the comment?
And thank you, hashtag. Congratulations.
You said which comment?
The comment. My mom said, "I love watching the next generation of my family going strong." So Cat. That's Big Cat. I'm little Cat. Big Cat is a trend. Mama Cat is a transcender through and through. So shout out, Mom. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did see that.
Yep.
I saw that when she first put it up.
And I'm just ready.
Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, I did too. And I'm just ready because my oldest is about to go to college. My youngest, he's starting back school. He's going to a private school. I told him, honey, just keep going. Whatever your dreams are, just keep going. And I'm still getting my GED. Everybody, I don't have my high school diploma, but I'm going to get my GED, and I'm going into business because this will be a nonprofit. There's so many people out here that needs help. With everything. I met this lady, she actually joined our group, Harmony of Praise. She just was diagnosed with breast cancer. And when I got to telling that lady my story, she said, are you sick? And she just got diagnosed. I'm like, yeah, a lot of people just don't know. But I need the help. I actually need help from you guys and anybody financially I'm incorporating. I need the help. I don't know how to start my own business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody that we bring onto this podcast, I really appreciate. You never know who you're going to need in the forms of life. I'm not on here trying to get with nobody. I'm not on here trying to start. We're family. We are family. You guys are my first cousins. We are first cousins. And a lot of people don't know that. We are our grandparents were brother and sisters, you guys. So that's how we're all related. So it's you guys are very special to me. Me and James been rocking from birth. So me and Kat, we've been rocking, but we've been really, really rocking since last year for real. But we have always known each other. But known each other.
But this too is. But this too is where, people who are watching can also see how family can come together because yes, Tiffany and I have been rocking since birth, but Kat and I, like in all actuality, Kat and I just met each other like officially when we started doing Transcending the Culture. Like we knew of each other and we knew that each other did journalism and that sort of thing, but we never have really met each other, and that's what happens. That's what happens with a lot of family, and I mean, I can talk on both sides of the family, just about family meeting each other. Like Fantasia, Casey, and JoJo are my cousins, and while I know them now, I didn't grow up knowing them. Shit, I didn't even know it was my cousins in '95 when they had music and shit out, and when Jodeci had music out and all of that shit, I didn't know. But that's what happens with a lot of families is, and that's not the situation on this side of the family, but on that side of the family, it really was all of the families in North Carolina. There's a lot of Barinos who are down in Akron and Canton, but my grandfather was really the only Barino, like kind of remaining here in Cleveland when he passed, and he passed in '85. Fantasia was born in '84, so we wouldn't have. And with him passing, and a lot of older family, they don't really talk about family, so we didn't really know. And then of course Casey and JoJo, they're while I guess technically you can say, well, they're Barinos because their father is a Barino, but their last names were Haley. So nothing would have said to us or to me or anybody that
never related.
Those are your cousins. Now maybe my mother might have. Right. I don't know if she knew or not. I just know that we blasted that music like crazy, but we had no idea. Nobody knew anything until Fantasia hit Idol, and then it was like, God damn it, she got a family. She got the last name, man. How many other Barinos are really going to be out there? So, I think we like most families and most people, like we did the research, and then once we really started finding out and figuring everything out, we didn't say anything, because the first thing that they or anybody in their position is going to think is that they want some money, or it's an ulterior motive, or this what they look for. They want $1, or they want a handout, or they just want to claim us because we famous, or that sort of thing. So we never reached out to anybody. It was more just like okay, those are people. We know that we share blood. Those is our people. We support them. We congratulate them. We support them, and that's just gonna be it. They reached out to us like, family reunion coming up, come. So then that was like 2000, I don't know, 11, 2012. So then that's kind of how we started getting in film, and that sort of thing. Being able to now go down and spend time with them and that sort of thing. But even coming back to our side of the family, like where you and I, Kat, really just met like a year ago. I think a lot of that is, number one, the age gap.
Yeah.
And we'll say I'm the oldie, but just like the age gap.
Y'all know I'm the baby of my family in almost all the ways.
And ain't even no baby. But I think
exactly. But I'm the youngest cousin. I'm like the youngest of our generation that was born. So I came around. Everybody was hanging out.
And when I really put it together, it was like, well, damn. When I was down there in college, but she was 5 or she was 6. She wouldn't have been looking for me, and I wouldn't have been looking for her. So it's like it really made more sense, because before that I was like, well, damn, why nobody ain't ever tell me about Kat? Well, she was a baby. They had no reason to. So,
yeah, that's why everybody.
Because Carla's the only one that I knew. So like, when I saw her,
they weren't even here in Ohio.
Yeah, when I saw
wow, yeah, we were in California for a while too. So
at the picnic over the weekend at the family reunion, it was like I saw Carla, and at first I was like, how you see somebody and you like, I know her, but I was like,
damn.
And then when he came over,
my reaction was,
look, and then when Kat came over,
my reaction was, is that Carla?
Well, when Kat finally came over,
he was like, yes, I'm here.
Well, when Kat finally came over, I was like, who did I just hug?
He was like, now which sister? Now I know.
I'm like, no, it's one of y'all.
We just think
y'all got them genes that y'all got strong genes.
Me and all my sisters definitely look a lot alike. Y'all don't know how many times I am in the stores and people chasing me down. Carla, Carisha, they're like, I know you one of them. I'll be like, yes, I'm at least one of 4 sisters. So you on the right track.
I was like, I know it ain't Cat, but it sure look like Cat.
So and listen, I get called Carla out, so it was almost Cat. It was almost. But I know y'all talked about the family reunion already, but man, that was a reunion.
Well, we just talked a little bit. Yeah, we just talked a little bit. I was just trying to figure out why the hell Tiffany wouldn't let go of the rope. That's all.
Tiffany had a rough reunion.
If y'all want to hit my Instagram, Authentically James, you can see the video of Tiffany getting dragged while we was playing.
I think I have it on my Facebook too.
Tiffany was dragged.
We was doing tug of war, and Tiffany would not let go of the rope, and we absolutely dragged her.
And listen, you know the saying, bitch, I'll drag you. I was dragged, like.
No, Tiff was dragged for real. Y'all understand. Yeah. She was getting hurt left and right, but Tiff did her thing. She had the games on pack. She had the schedule down. The park was amazing. The kids had fun. One of the adults snuck on the playground and got on the zip line. Can y'all believe that?
I didn't even see the zip line.
That was me. I was the adult.
We were supposed to go down to.
Yes, they had a little zip line at the playground.
We were supposed to go down to the zip line.
For sure.
My big ass probably ain't need to see the zip line no way.
I said, excuse me. I said, hey, was any big kids on here? What's the weight limit on this thing? Because I'm right. But it was nice to see everybody. And shout out to cousin Tony. Cousin Tony, if y'all don't know, was in a paper.
Yes.
A near-death experience. So I will be that's something I'm going to be covering in our hot topics today. We got a family member in the hot topics. Our cousin Tony Hodges had been on the job 3 days working for driving a truck. The truck had a blowout on the freeway, and when the truck slid, one side was on the cement divider and one side the tarp was covering the door. And the truck lit on fire. And he said he could see gasoline pouring. And there was a bystander who got some dirt on his car. So he ended up pulling over. He came to the truck and he saw the flames and started running away because he's like, I don't know if the person got out. I don't want to blow up. But Tony said it wasn't but God that told him to keep beating on the doors and screaming, help, help, help. And a bystander pulled him out, and they ran away from the truck. And he said about 20 seconds later, the whole truck blew up, and he would not have survived at all. And when the bystander got to safety,
it was two of them.
Yeah, the two when they got there, and he said Tony, and they found out that they knew each other, that they were old friends. So shout out to Tony Hodges. He had a near-death experience. Cuz it was good to see you at the reunion, and glad you're still here. His story was covered by 330 to go. I think the Akron Beacon Journal. Yeah. He was a lot of places have reached out to him because it was a scary story, but it was a touching story of people helping people. And you don't always have to be the hero, but sometimes everybody need a hero every now and then. So shout out to
I wish I had known he was there because
he came after you left, so you would have. Oh, he came later.
Yeah,
because they talked about it on the call.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So shout out to Cuz. Glad you're here, and keep doing what you're doing. And I hope that the place of employment that he has does the right thing and make sure he gets paid and compensated for everything he went through, for sure. Because these corporations be playing games with my cousin. We don't play like that.
So that ninja is about to blow.
So let's get into some of these hot topics. We got some very heavy hot topics toward the end. So I'm gonna start off a little light. And speaking of light, we have Little Real Howery coming in with an extreme weight loss and transformation. If you guys haven't seen him, he looks amazing. He looks good. He looks like he's aging backwards because Lil Real ain't no stranger.
What's Cat Williams got to say now? Because Cat Williams was dogging him.
Calling him all type of fat asses. So
who is this?
Lil Real Howery. He's a comedian and actor. He was in Get Out. He was the friend. And he's been in a lot of different things. He actually, if you guys, it's this movie called The Meal. It's on, I think, Hulu. Okay. It is a thriller mystery.
Is that the one where he was stuck in the?
He was stuck, and he had to push this meal. Somebody had kidnapped him, and he had to push this apparatus back and forth. And then you have to go through the movie to figure out how he got trapped and, you know, who was the people that trapped him. But it's a very good psychological thriller. It's something I would put on, you know, if you clean in the house. You don't really got to sit there and watch it like that, but, you know, cleaning the house or doing some work, put it on. It's a good movie.
I never saw the whole thing.
See the end, because it kind of goes on and on and on a little bit, but the end is really, really good. And I like stuff that is just like a boarding house, where it's a twist and it's a little different than what you go in. You go in thinking one thing, and at the end, it's totally different. It's some Twilight Zone type stuff, like some out of this world, what the heck, you know, type of thing that's gonna leave you with an eerie feeling. I'm
gonna go back and watch because I saw a lot of it, but I didn't see all of it though.
Yeah, so you guys check out Lil Real. He said that he attributed his weight loss to a lot of dieting, a lot of lifestyle changes. Now there are rumors that he might be on the Ozempic. But you know me, I don't care by any means necessary. If you feel like you're not healthy or you don't like the way you look, go ahead and figure that out, fix it, because Real looks like he's aging backwards. I remember he used to have gray hair and stuff. He dyed his hair, and he literally looks like maybe 20 years younger. It was a very good transformation.
Yeah.
And it's Lil Real Howery,
yes.
Lil Real
Howery with an H.
Howery.
Oh my! Send her a text message.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send
the
link.
Oh, I got it.
Somebody send her a text message.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He looking good, ain't he?
Oh.
So then we also he looking a little real, looking all right, okay. So we also have Monique and Lee Daniels spotted out at dinner. And
you say who?
Lee Daniels and Monique.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did see that.
Spotted out at dinner.
Ain't nothing going on there.
Oh, she gonna talk to me like I'm 67. Oh, you.
Well, you know, as we know, Lee Daniels and Monique were previously feuding.
But they made up though.
They've made up, but a lot of people don't know that. So this is shocking. This is like where, you know, they were explaining their friendship. They were smiling. They was, you know, everything was back. Right. Now, listen, a lot of people they hold grudges. And a lot of people, you know, especially those friendships, when those friendships break up, they hate each other for life. So it was nice to see. I'm a big person on forgiveness and a big person on correcting things that I've done wrong. And so I think it was nice for people to see that Lee Daniels, Monique's story never changed, and Monique stood on her word. She said what she said. Absolutely. And Lee Daniels said he had to do some introspective work and realize that he might have been wrong in the situation. Now they're rectifying it. So shout out to Auntie Monique. You held your word, and while they blackballed you, you know, you did your thing. And it's nice to see that sometimes when you stand up, doesn't mean that everybody gonna turn their back on you. Sometimes people need to hear what they're doing wrong and be able to have an opportunity to correct it. So shout out to Lee Daniels and Monique to show us that, you know, friendships and working relationships can be mended even at the worst of circumstances, because they talked each other down and now they back good, and I just love it. So let's get into the big story, which everybody wants to talk about. Y'all, Sleepy Joe done left us and dropped out of the presidential race. So Joe Biden will no longer be running in the presidential race. He has denied the Democratic nomination and has fully endorsed Kamala Harris. And so we're seeing, different people endorsing her. We're actually seeing something that I think they said hasn't happened since 1968.
That woman raised more than $81 million in less than 24 hours.
They said she raised the highest amount in the shortest amount of time. And she even had, did y'all see, she even had the Trumps giving her money. Ivanka and Donald Trump both gave money to endorse Kamala Harris. So that was very shocking because he never has done that before. They said that they somewhere deep down believe in her. I don't know, but they said that it was, from what I've read in the reports, it was coming from a positive place because he said that he has never done, him or Ivanka have never done that before in any other presidential race. So that was something unprecedented. The AKAs came out full force for Kamala. So how do y'all feel about Joe dropping out, and how do y'all feel about Kamala?
I think it was. Yeah. I do think that he needed to drop out of the the forthcoming election. As far as obviously him being president now, I did feel like he needed to finish out his current term. I'm just like, he's gone this far and we're down to the last few months. It was no point of him stepping out of it and her kind of becoming the temporary president, and I didn't see any point of that. I do think it's good that he backed out, just because, and not even caring about what anybody else had to say. I just think that mentally, and people make mistakes, in their speeches and in things that they do. People are human, so they're gonna make mistakes. But I just think that there have been a lot of instances where people have kind of been allowed to trip him up, and I think it's just a lot of stuff that has just been unavoidable because of him and his age. And that's not saying that somebody in their 80s is, because shit, he's 80 something, Patti LaBelle 80 something, and she out here getting it. She could put your mama down. That's a crazy comparison. Obviously they're on spectrum, but I'm just saying that I think that with his age and with his current condition and his mind and shit, to me he sound like who was the man? Dick Goddard. He'd be like,
yeah, that's when I knew Dick Goddard needed to get up off the air, because he didn't know what he was talking about. And we did see Biden have a lot of trip ups during the presidential debate, and I think that was a big driving force, because
and at one point he called Kamala Trump.
Yeah, it was just like, what the heck are you talking about? And when he did that, that is when we heard the rumblings of the Democrats saying we cannot back him. That's when after the debate is when I first saw anybody say this is not a good idea. Tiff, what you got to say, Tiff?
I hate to see him go. I mean, he was a good president and everything. He wasn't, a shit starter like Trump, or he didn't get a couple of people, trampled, killed, and all that. But I'm glad, if it was anybody who was running, I'm glad it's her. Trump, he's just not gonna let shit go until he actually is 6 foot under. I'm just gonna keep it 100, because he on here, she Kamala, she's stupid and this, that. Let me tell you what, dude. I haven't heard anybody say that Trump got a degree, and maybe he do, but I haven't heard it. This lady has went from bottom on to the top and got degrees on top of degrees and know what the hell she's talking about. So by far, if you try to be funny and say she's stupid education-wise, or she's just stupid because she's a woman, because you know how he's a womanizer for real. Yeah, it's not that. And honey, let me tell you what, you got the the LGs and the other letters backing her up. You got women in general backing her up, and you got some men out here in general backing her up. You got a lot of people out here that's gonna be backing her up. And I'm
it's obviously a lot of people who raised all that money.
Yeah, positively, she's going to win and she's going to be in office. Now, you want to sit here and act stupid if you want to and try to, trump something up in order for you to get numbers and all that other stuff up. Bruh, you wrong. I just heard on the news, on the radio today, how he never once went to that lady's house or called her on the phone to give condolences, for that guy getting shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't. He don't.
Here on the golf, you out here on the golf course. You up here don't want to. You don't want to accept Biden's phone call. You waiting for your dude that's not gonna show up.
Right
now, what?
So do you guys think that if they go ahead and she gets the nomination and stuff like that, do y'all think she can beat Trump?
I think she can.
I think she can beat Trump. The right resources and the right people backing her up. She sure can. That lady ain't done by far.
Yeah, no, I think she is capable, and I think she is overall the best candidate. But what I've been seeing on social media is I've been seeing a lot of particularly, African American males very upset by this and saying that they'll never follow a woman, or or she's always throwing people in jail, or what, and we'll learn.
Let's stop doing dumbass shit then.
That's what I said, because how the heck you worried about somebody you committing crimes? The heck?
Period. Stop doing dumbass shit.
But I encourage all of us to learn from what happened with Hillary, when we all were not united and all of us didn't go to the polls, and we was like, oh, somebody else got it. I ain't vote for that girl. And what happened? I woke up with a nightmare with Trump on my TV. I couldn't even believe it. So yeah, it's definitely it's really crazy. Yeah, I woke up. No, I went to sleep like, man, I know that man ain't gonna win. I woke up in a cold sweat about 4 a.m, like CNN. I had to rub my eyes like, wait a minute, is this an alternative universe? Because I know Trump ain't the dang president. So yeah, we cannot let that happen again. So no matter what you feel about Kamala, and then I also want to let people know, Biden had got a lot of grants and a lot of money to do a lot of programs and things. Because Kamala was the vice president when all those things were enacted, she has access to that pot of money. So a lot of those programs, a lot of those student loan relief programs, a lot of the job creation programs, a lot of the prison reform programs, a lot of the legalizations of things, a lot of the decriminalization of things. Because she was the vice president, if she wins the presidency, she has access to those funds. So let's remember that there are a lot of programs that Biden was starting up at the end of his presidency. So please let her take that money and them funds and them programs and bring that on in, because Trump is trying to basically enact martial law. Like, he's doing some crazy things. And so with that, let me segue to our next topic. And I do want to urge viewers that this is, if you do not like acts of violence or anything within Black people being unalive, please turn your TV screens now or view with caution, because we are going to talk about an officer involved shooting. I know that we have all witnessed the tragedy of Sonia Massey being murdered in her own home. So that is something I definitely want to touch on today, because Trump is trying to enact a bill where police officers cannot be prosecuted for anything done while on duty. So this officer that murdered this woman, he is facing murder charges, first-degree murder charges. Mm-hmm. And under Trump's presidency, he will be able to walk away. So please remember that these are the type of laws that Trump is trying to enact. So if you guys don't know about the shooting, Sonia Massey had called 911 to report a prowler outside of her home. 2 officers responded, 1 officer with his camera on and 1 officer with his camera off. The officer with the camera off I'll kind of explain what happened. She was boiling a pot of water on the stove, and he told her, hey, you know, I don't want to be dealing with a fire. Can you please turn the pot off? And she went to go turn the pot off, and they're laughing and joking and stuff. And she picked up the pot. And the crazy thing is, if I've watched this video many times, she actually put the pot down. And she told him, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. But she said that to him, and he said, don't you say that to me out in your effing face. I'll blast you in your effing face. That's what he told her. And he kept saying, put the pot down, because he was trying to make it seem like she was about to throw the hot pot of water on him. But if you watch the close-up of the video, she didn't have that in her head.
She was putting it down.
Pot holders. She had pot holders in her hand. And when he raised his weapon at her, she took the pot holders and she sunk down to the ground with duck. And he lit her up. And he even told her, he told her body that was dead, drop the pot. The pot was already in the sink, sir. The pot was been dropped. But he didn't know that his partner had his camera on. So I believe, and this is the belief of the prosecutors and things, that this was premeditated, because he had shouted, I'm going to do this to you. And then he also did not have his camera on. And they said he was basically, his trigger finger was itching. Basically, he wanted to be in some kind of altercation. And the way that it happened and it escalated, you know, even though the police are able to use lethal force, there's ways of de-escalation before you use that lethal force. And he did not do that. He did not go through his training. He didn't use any tasers, any gas, any pepper sprays. He went for the lethal thing. And then he was shocked that the other dude had his camera on. And when the dude was calling in and saying, hey, we need an ambulance, he's like, oh, that's a headshot. You don't need to call nobody for her. He dehumanized her. And that is something that it took me a couple of days to even watch the video, because I'm a big person. I just don't like to watch things that are traumatic. I've been through a lot of trauma in my life, and I don't like to watch those things. But I feel that it was really important, especially me as a Black woman, that I do live alone, and I do deal with, prowlers, and somebody might be outside or something. I want to be able to call the people to help and not have to worry about, being unalive myself. So what do you guys think about what happened?
Well, he was on some trash from the start. So you see, when he came up to the door, she came outside and he asked her, was she on some? Remember that? You okay, Manu? She's like, yeah, it's police heard somebody. Come in. They come in. She's sitting on her couch, whatever. They're looking around. Now the one with the camera, he all in her room, checking out her room and stuff. So she go over there, she get the pot and whatnot. After he shot her, you heard what he said. He said, I ain't trying to go through that. She trying to throw the water on me. What? Remember that?
She did not even do that. He was trying to set once. I feel like once he knew the camera was on, I feel like he was trying to set it up that he was fearful of his life. But if you watch the video, they were laughing and joking.
They were
seconds before that.
True story.
I just feel like I've dealt with people, especially weak men that want to feel strong, and they use violence. So they use anything. They say the first markings of a serial killer is killing animals, or kicking somebody when they down, or bullying. I've seen people like that, and that's how it starts. They use any opportunity. And I feel like that man saw a crazy black woman, and he thought, this is my chance to being an officer involved shooting and see how I feel. I think he just something in him. But also, let's speak on it from a spiritual level, because as a spiritual people know, when you call out demons, honey, when you call out demons by name, they don't like that. And something stirred up in that man, whether you believe in spiritual warfare and the Lord and Christianity or not, something evil stirred up in that man when she said those words. And now whatever it was, I've never seen anything like that. And I pray that I don't witness anything like that. It was just such a snap that it was just like, and I knew the video had to be bad by how quickly he was arrested, because usually they protect their own, that.
Oh, absolutely.
So
It's just.
So did they show him being arrested, or they arrested him when he got to the? So they came to see. I didn't see all that.
No,
so they came to her house.
I think a couple days later, after internal investigation, they had to see the tape because his statement did not match the tape. The statement was she tried to throw a hot pile of boiling water on me. And that was not what happened. So they had to really go through, and shout out to the police officers or IA investigation that police have, because they went and got him and charged him accordingly. He is charged with first-degree murder, which means that is premeditated. That means I murdered you and I did. That's what premeditated. That ain't no accident. That ain't. A lot of them get away with manslaughter. This is outright murder. So it was just crazy. My thoughts go out to the family and the people affected, and the people in the city affected by it. And we have to do better. We have to figure something out. And that's why I urge people to not let Trump's reign of terror begin, because if he's president, I fear, just like his presidency before, we'll see a lot more of these things happen.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, not only that, Trump is now this is what I'm just hearing, and this is just hearsay, but he's trying to, do away with the Social Security, which that ain't gonna happen. It can't happen. He's trying to do away with, metropolitan housing. Now, as far as like Section 8, he's trying to do away with that or limit who can be on it. So that's going to be hard for people. Like prime example, you have to work. You just cannot be sitting on, living off the government, on Section 8 or on Metropolitan AMA, that, and not be working. Because a lot of people out here, they're living in these houses and they don't work. So he's trying to do something with that. When he gets back into, if he gets back into office, we don't know, but it's going to be a whole lot of changes. So, check your mail. Don't do like I do. I let my mail just sit for a whole week, girl, and be sitting up here like, damn, I got a damn late charge. Let me get on this phone and try to finagle some shit. So make sure y'all get to checking y'all mail as soon as January 31st come, they swarm in, because it's on it completely popping, honey. The fact that officer shot her in the face, though. My whole thing is this: what's the tasers for?
Exactly.
If
and
you ain't gonna use it.
I don't care what nobody say. A boil of water, that's not lethal. You may get hurt, you may get burned, but you're gonna survive. You're gonna survive that. So it's like you couldn't use anything else. I've seen officers tackle grown men. You couldn't tackle that lady. You couldn't have threatened her with something else. And then what pissed me off is when he drew his weapon, he didn't even give her 2 seconds to. People got to realize we are humans. Humans have fight or flight response. Yeah. So when you're with people, always say when an officer says freeze or pulls a gun out at you, need to not move. That is not something that humans are used to. We always are used to fight and flight. Some people freeze, but even with freezing, our mind cannot comprehend. When we're in fear, it cannot sometimes when I'm scared, I can't even understand language. Like our brains just kind of, we're on autopilot. We're working off instinct. So it's just kind of crazy to tell somebody to drop the pot. She fell, or she ducked down out of scaredness. But if she dug down, how's she gonna throw the pot at you? Like it just didn't make sense. So I hope he gets punished to the maximum extent of the law. Absolutely. And I pray that we see more of this happening, people being prosecuted, because the police officers need to know it's not an open shooting on Black people. We are not here for that. Right. We won't stand for it no more. And Akron was actually shouted out in an Eminem song about Jayland Walker. And so I did want to shout out to Freedom Block, who does a lot of work with officer involved shooting in the Ohio area. So that was a pretty heavy stuff. So let's talk about something a little bit more fun. So SpongeBob SquarePants is celebrating his 25th anniversary. Yeah, SpongeBob 25, y'all. He grown now. Okay.
I gotta go get me a shirt.
Yeah, so everyone's favorite Sponge is celebrating 25 years, and you can check out everything SpongeBob has to offer on Paramount. They have all the shows, the movies on there, and it's supposed to be another, SpongeBob movie coming out soon. But the voice of SpongeBob today says he believes that SpongeBob SquarePants is autistic. And that is that kind of explains some of his behaviors and things like that. So I thought that was pretty funny that he said that SpongeBob and I'm like, you know what, that kind of makes sense. SpongeBob got his little eccentricities about him. So shout out to
Patrick
SpongeBob,
is ADHD.
Yeah, Patrick is for real. They said he and Squidward was depression. Mr. Krabs is greed and all this stuff, Yeah, so, but shout out to SpongeBob SquarePants. We love you, SpongeBob. We glad you turning 25, and we hope you keep them coming, Granny. Remember eating the cookies. Keep them coming, Granny.
I am not part of this. I am just not part of this. That's all. I'm not part of it.
Yeah, Krabby Patties
all around. So yeah, that's all I have for the hot topics today, y'all.
Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We appreciate all of the people who stayed on with us tonight. Thank you so much to Latif Hughes. You guys make sure that you follow him _King Thief. That's KINGTIF _ on Instagram.
And HWIC Films, you guys.
Yes, HWIC Films. Shout out to them. Thank you guys for putting this amazing movie together. I'm actually headed to finish watching this movie. Listen.
Yeah, so I'm about to watch this. I'm about to get in a good tub and watch the movie.
Y'all should definitely check this out. It is available to you free of charge on Tubi. Just download that app, watch this movie. Very, very good movie.
Shout out to all the transcenders that came through. Donnie Brooks.
Absolutely. We had a lot of people today.
We had Twain Khalifa in the building. We had Kathy in the building. Carla in the building. We had a lot of people. There's some new faces. And you guys remember, you can always catch up on us anytime. So tell your family and friends. James, shout out where they can find us at.
At Transcending TC on Instagram. Well, really across all platforms is at Transcending TC. With the exception of Twitter, it is at Transcending _TC. You guys can get me. I am James Grant on all platforms. Also on Instagram. I have a second account. It is Authentically James. And then ugdigital.com is where everything Transcending Culture and UG Digital media and publishings and UG Digital podcast and radio. Everything is going to be found at ugdigital.com. That website is actually it's already up. I was going to say in production, but it's being updated to be inclusive of everything. So I've gotten rid of transcendingtheculture.com. Everything is going to be a part of ugdigital.com. So that is currently being updated. Over the next couple of days, all of that stuff will go live. We'll have more about all of the platforms that are a part of UG Digital podcasting and radio, and those to come. So yeah, ugdigital.com. I am James Grant on all platforms. Also, Authentically James as a second account on Instagram. And leave it to you, ladies.
Tiff?
I am on all platforms. Tiffany Milirons on Facebook and Tiffany Milirons 7 IG and TikTok. That's where you can find me at. That's about it.
You guys know, right? You guys know your girl Kat. You can find me at Kat Queen, spelled just like my name down there, KATKWUEEN. Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. and be looking out and be posting some stuff this week. We got a lot going. We got a lot coming out. I'm saying,
yeah, we got some dope stuff coming for y'all. We cannot say exactly right now, but we got some dope stuff coming for y'all over the next couple of weeks. So definitely make sure that you are checking us out. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, and share us.
Share.
And yeah,
and I started back my reels too, y'all.
She got her reels going.
Tiff back on the reels.
I got a couple of broadcast channels on Instagram. So there's one on I Am James Grant. You guys can get that if you go to Authentically James. There's one for Transcending the Culture, and there's one for UG Digital Media and Publishing. So you can join those as well, so that you can stay updated with everything that we have going on. And yeah, that's it.
I have one more shout out. I'm sorry. My friend Makara Danielle will be performing at, it's called the Fly Girl Aerial Show at the Border Lights Theater Festival at Playhouse Square this weekend. So if you guys want to to experience, it is a biopic, circus, dance, and dance theater, immersive, interactive, performing arts, storytelling, performance, visual installation. So it's going to be like Circus du Soleil. It's going to be people, flipping and dipping, and it's going to also be a Black woman of color speaking how dance and arts and things transformed her life and helped her through her traumas and depression. So you guys, they'll be performing this Friday and Saturday, 7 p.m. on Friday, and then 5:30 and 8 p.m. on Saturday. And look for my girl, Makara. I'm gonna be there this weekend, girl.
All right, y'all.
That's it.
Well, listen, we are out of here. We appreciate you guys. Stay tuned to us. We got a lot of stuff coming. So we may be to you guys before next Tuesday. And I actually have next Tuesday's guest already. So I'll get some promo created, and then we'll start getting that out. So yeah, we are good.
Bye.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, we out of here.
Oh Lord, where is it at? All right, y'all.